Journalism at its best. A brave, unbiased, investigative reporting from the White House. Good day, Arik Von Nerd here with important news from the White House. President Barack Obama had a wonderful week. This week he met with 13 Americans and honored them. The President has granted the Presidential Citizens Medal to those 13 wonderful Americans. In today's issue we will tell those 13 fantastic stories of those 13 fantastic people. Ida Martin from Bluffton, North Carolina, is helping people in need. Life can be simple if all is okay. Life can be very complicated if you encounter a financial crisis. Ida Martin gave food, clothing, financial help, medical assistance and moral help to those in problem. I am sure Ida Martin will help the White House residents since they are on the edge of a financial crisis. Increased debts, big expenses and decreased income. Well, we know this is the root for a financial crisis. Janice Langben from Lacey, Washington receives her award for her struggle for visitation rights of gay partners to their partners while in hospital. Hey, this is the 21st century and behaving like we are in the 20th century is unacceptable. Stupidity overcomes nerdidity. Roger Kemp from Leawood, Kansas receives the award for training self-defense to women. Roger's daughter Ali was killed by an attacker in the pump house of a public pool where she worked during summer. Roger believes that his daughter could have survived their attacker if she was trained in self-defense. Michelle tried one of the things she learned in this program on the president. This is the reason his back sores. Michelle McIntyre Brewer from Jefferson, Maryland, receives the award for her work in helping soldiers and soldiers' families get to know more about their medical rights. Her organization sent out care packages with medical aid for soldiers around the world. We all know the drill. We give you, but we do not want you to know we give you, so you would not ask for it. Bureaucracy overcomes stupidity. Liz and Steve Olderman from Bedford, New York, received the award for their work in aiding people in emotional problems due to terrorism or mass violence events. The Elderman lost their son Peter on the 9/11 attack in the World Trade Center. They have made a fund that opens clinics for emotional help in such terrible events. The Full of Emotions president hugged the Elderman. Emotions overcomes bureaucracy. Clarence Lee Alexander from Fort Yukon, Alaska, receives the award for his leadership. Clarence demonstrates the ability of tribal leadership to bring in quality for community members. Through education and hard work, a massive cleaning of River Yukon was achieved. "I'm cleaning the mess" is a common expression used by all of our presidents, always referring to the preceding ones. Camilla Blomquist from Penn Yan, New York, receives the award for several programs to give food to the needed. Camilla is servicing her community for over 30 years. This loving grandmother needed to get help in order to stand up and get her award. The president, despite his sore back, helped this fantastic lady, then needed her walking stick to escort her back to her seat. Dr. Judith Broder from Studio City, California, receives the award for helping soldiers returning home make an easy integration back to their communities. As a clinical psychiatric doctor, she immediately noticed the Full of Emotions president. "I can prescribe you with some relaxing medicine," the nice doctor offered. "I have already taken my pills," answered the president. John Kivini from Los Angeles, California, receives the award for helping building a rescue home for homeless veterans. John has made a promise that no veteran would leave the shelter unless he had a suit, a place to stay, and an income. The excited president will donate his entire collection of suits when Michelle will decide he can move to wearing kaftan. Roberto Perez from Miami, Florida, receives the award as the chairman of Alphalit, a non-profit organization combating illiteracy around the world. The president thought it would be nice to bring such a program towards the American media. The American media think that it would be beneficial to bring such a program towards Senate, Congress, and White House. Vijaya Emani from Strongsville, Ohio, received the award posthumously for her courage of exposing home abuse in Indian American houses. She was a victim herself and bravely revealed her own story. Being a woman, being white, being black, being a nerd, being yellow, being gay, being a politician, being a movie star, being religious, it is all human. Well, I'm not sure about politicians. Dr. Margaret Martin from Los Angeles, California receives the award for developing free music programs for children living in gang zones areas in Los Angeles. Trying to change their instruments to musical ones surely will make all of our lives better. Developing the positive and building positive anchors to young people in the most tough areas is the right solution. Maybe someday governments mistakenly will adopt this idea. Maybe.
Barak, I had a great week this week. Michelle, I'm happy to see that you enjoyed the job I created for you. I am thinking of giving the Nerd Award to people who are not nerds. It takes a nerd to recognize people which are not nerds. Yet the good people entitled to this I am not a nerd award have some nerdism with them. This was Arik Von Nerd. See you next week with more important news from the White House. By the way, I celebrate my birthday today. Have a great day. Do something good today.